Browns win. They shut out the Arizona Cardinals. I had to ask somebody, when was the last time that happened? And they were able to tell me. I imagine that's a stat that probably immediately started making the rounds. But they beat the Bills 8-0 in 2007. So I heard Stansbury say it's been 200 and some games since then. Because I just kind of I dialed up to see how they were doing, and the game was already over. I was like, oh, so good for them. They're in Baltimore this coming weekend, so I'll be doing the Cox Out pregame on Sunday. We're going to be back at the Parma Tavern starting at noon. So if you missed us last time and you're out Parma way, I was like rubbing shoulders with the Parmanians. And so that'll be this coming Sunday from noon to 2. Browns are going to be in Baltimore to play the Ravens. Is that still considered a rivalry? Browns-Ravens?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah. I mean, that's the division, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's hard to tell. You know, the Browns have so many unilateral rivalries, it's hard to tell where they actually are. I'm bummed I'm going to be out of town the weekend the Bears are in town. That's usually the Browns game that I'll go to each season. But this year it ain't going to work out.
Where are you going?
You know what? Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Where I'm going. Don't you? You just worry about where you're going. Don't
talk to me like that.
Don't worry about where I'm going. I'll tell you where I'm going.
Then tell us.
Don't you worry about where I'm going.
You told us to
I'll tell you.
Then tell us.
I will.
Tell us where you're going.
Don't you worry about it.
Just tell.
I will tell you where I'm going.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think he is either.
Not at liberty to discuss that yet. We'll be on break. Won't matter. But that's the weekend that the Chicago Bears are in town. And, boy, they're doing great. So if...
Alan, I actually have news for you.
I'm sorry?
The Bears are not doing great.
Oh. The Chicago Bears?
Yeah, the Chicago Bears are doing
wow.
great. And then I think bears in general are just like endangered. And
they seem to be. Yeah. I mean, all the pandas are going back to China, even though they're not bears, right? Pandas aren't bears. Oh, koalas aren't bears.
Right.
Panda are bears. Panda. Koala bears are not bears. And boy, Australians seem especially put off by people calling koalas bears. And I'm not sure why they take it so personally.
Because koalas actually aren't bears, Alan. They're marsupials. They have a pouch, much like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of claim to fame here in Australia. And one of them is marsupials. So it's a bit disrespectful.
Marsupials are the claim to fame.
It's a bit disrespectful.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, yeah, like I said, I was watching a thing and they took it very personally.
What are some other marsupials?
A possum.
Kangaroo is the one that comes to my mind. Is that a marsupial?
Yeah, I already said that one.
You said kangaroo.
I said kangaroos, much like a
I'm sorry.
The koala bear, but that's just what they're called.
Yep.
And possums, and there's probably more.
But they're probably all in Australia.
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's like our claim to fame. We got Foster's beer, we got Bloomin' Onions, and then we've got marsupials.
Now, it was my understanding that the Bloomin' Onions were made up by us.
No, incorrect again. See, this is just, if you just go to Australia's Wikipedia page, you can see all the correct information about everything famous to Australia, and that would be Bloomin' Onions, the Outback, and the Sydney Opera House. And marsupials.
Oh, okay. Anything with a pouch.
Anything with a pouch.
Like a wombat?
A wombat.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Yeah.
All right. And possums you mentioned.
Possum. Mm-hmm.
There can't be that many marsupials.
There's plenty.
Okay.
You can keep guessing if you'd like.
There's no way I'd be able to. The kangaroo, the koala, the possum, the wombat. What else is in Australia? Not a dingo. That's a dog. What about a wallaby? Aren't wallabies in Australia?
Yes.
They are.
Is that 5? Did I count off 5?
Well, you forgot about the spotted tail native cat, the sugar glider.
I don't know what the hell that sugar glider. Is that like a honey badger?
Yeah.
Oh.
The marsupial mole. That thing looks nasty.
The mole, you say? Marsupial mole. Wow. Okay. Well, I could never. Like I said, I could never. Is a koala in heat? You ever heard of koala in heat?
Oh, have I ever?
What about a bandicoot? What about a crash bandicoot?
No.
Is that a real animal?
That is not a real animal.
Oh, that might be something to. Okay, I thought that was a real animal. Anywho.
I thought Bandicoot was his name.
His name is Crash.
Crash Bandicoot. Right. I thought Bandicoot was like his last name.
Bandicoot's the type of animal that he is.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not from Australia. Huh?
Tasmanian devils, you also forgot.
Tasmanian devil, right. They spin around super fast and they go,
And cause tornadoes.
yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Uh-huh. That's where Poundcake pipes up. Whoa.
You heard that.
He's like, what'd that mouth do?
Open mouth.
All right, well, good. I've learned a little bit. Every time I try to learn, I do. And
welcome.
there it is. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't see this firsthand, but it was conveyed to me. And one of my earliest memories of being here in the Northeast Ohio, Cleveland area is taking my children. They're much older now, but when they were younger, and Gwen and I first moved here and didn't really know what to do. You know, one of the few times I'd see my kids here rather than going to Michigan was for Father's Day. And so we would go to the Avon Duct Tape Festival that they had out there in Avon, Ohio. Everybody would try to create things out of duct tape. And they have announced that that's not happening anymore.
Oh, no.
The Avon Duct Tape Festival.
They couldn't.
After 20 years of being a thing. Now, granted, I think we went maybe the first year we were here in Northeast Ohio and haven't been back since. But, you know,
Can it stick, huh?
they're all grown up now. I see what he Bill Squire at the Agora on December the 22nd with Mary Santora.
It's BillSquire.com.
And they're not going to do it any longer. And they're
It's your fault.
being very vague about why. Yeah, I had no idea that my attendance was so required to keep this. But they're being very vague about it. I'm sure they'd like to come right out and say, duct tape ain't paying us no more money anymore. So I don't know what it is.
They had that great song, Duct Tape. Woo!
Ooh.
Huh?
DuckTales.
DuckTales. Oh, okay.
Oh, it was DuckTales, not Duct Tape.
Duct tape.
Okay,
Right,
sorry.
duct tape. So
That's a
that
good
is
song, though.
gone away. Bandicoots are real. Yes, I know they're real. But there's a very popular video game character named Crash Bandicoot after, right. A wombat poops cubes.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Does it really?
What's a platypus? Is that a marsupial?
I don't know. Platypus is.
I thought they
think
lay
it's
eggs,
don't make
technically
no
a
sense.
mammal. I think it's technically a mammal
because
but
it
it's-
lays eggs.
Because it lays. Well, no.
Well, I think
mammals don't lay eggs.
Marsupials are mammals.
It's an egg-laying mammal.
But it
is a
lays
platypus.
it lays eggs.
But I'm
and
saying
it's got
it's
no nipples.
It's technically
And it's got a cloaca.
a mammal, but it's got a duck face and
a-
it lays
and
eggs
a duck
and a beaver
privates.
butt.
Yeah. No, it's got a beaver tail, but like it's got a cloaca. Like it doesn't have.
I don't
just
know
got
what that
one
word
hole.
is. Cloaca?
Yeah,
It's where they poop and they eat. The same thing, don't they?
not
That's a
poop and
mouth.
eat. It's poop and reproduce.
It's a mouth, and that's what you do. Poop and eat out of the same hole.
No, come on. It's like a frog's got one and
It's like a bird thing.
yeah. It's like the Latin word for sewer, but we've attached it to animals that poop and reproduce. I don't know what they do. But there it is. We got money for you. It's $1,000. It is a shot for you to grab some money from the Buzzard bookie. So listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Voicemails coming over the weekend. Anytime you want to drop one, you can use the Alan Cox Show After Hours line. It is 216-986-8903.
Hi, Alan. It's another Mike from Parma, and I am catching up on Friday's show, which mentioned the important sandwich news that the gobbler was dropped at Wawa. On Thanksgiving, we have implemented the tradition to make Thanksgiving tacos. We host over 50 people and provide taco shells to our guests, who fill them with turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy. If you add green beans, you get a nice crunch from the Thanksgiving taco. It's such a cromulent idea. Love me, love you, hate the show. Bye.
I mean, listen, man, you get 50 people.
That
50.
Mine's like 30.
sounds like that embiggens all of them.
Right. I mean, you can put anything inside a taco shell, I guess.
That's such a...
But Thanksgiving food in the shells, it seems unnecessary at the least.
It's very white. It's a very white thing to do.
Well, what we do,
We
it's
are
not,
white people.
I know, but I
It's-
just...
I don't know that
Mike.
Mike from Parma's white.
Yes, he is.
we don't do taco shells, but like round 2, so you have your dinner at like 3 or whatever, right? And then around like, what, is that early or
No,
late?
afternoon on Thanksgiving. Is,
Yeah. We start eating like appetizers at like 1, and then dinner's at like 3, and then around like 7 or 8, a popular second round in my family is little sandwiches where you'll take the King's Hawaiian roll and you'll put like mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce.
Oh, you
grape
put it all
on a King's
yeah.
Hawaiian roll, and you make a couple little round 2 sandwiches.
Like sliders.
I just find it so funny. Until I lived with like my gays, the 2 sets of roommates that were both gay couples, I had never had Thanksgiving when the sun was up. Like Thanksgiving dinner was always after sundown, like 6:30.
Not a daytime thing?
Like 2019 was probably, or 2019, 2020 were like the only years I've had Thanksgiving dinner at like 3 p.m. I was like, this is so weird. Like, it's daylight, and everyone's coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you guys?
Well,
setting
holidays are
candles and
like
stuff?
holidays are like daytime food anyway, right? I mean,
I know, but like all day, like we used to fast like the night before Thanksgiving because we knew we weren't going to eat till like 8 p.m. the next day, and we wanted to be really, really hungry. Like we have little snacks here and there when we come over there, 3 or 4. But dinner would be like 6:30.
you were
7,
worried
8.
you wouldn't be hungry enough.
We just wanted to have a lot of room.
Yeah.
That's all.
Huh.
I just.
No, we always
find
ate
it funny.
like when I was growing up. We'd go to my grandmother's for Thanksgiving dinner, and we were eating at like 2 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we always do like 2 or 3.
So that way
Also-
you could have a bunch of rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have your rounds at night.
Yeah.
You're walking around, kind of grazing and picking.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Usually, what we'll do is like we'll eat around 2, then we'll go for like a walk or like play games and stuff like that, and then maybe take a little couch nap, and then you get up and go for round 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
What about Mammie's Hammy? You ever had Mammie's Hammy?
No.
Remember Oliver Anthony? Remember this guy? The guy that, "Hell man up in Richmond." He had a song
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Rich Men North of Richmond. This is a guy that blew up on TikTok. He got like 90 million views
He was
on YouTube.
almost Mary's type. He was a ginger, but he wasn't fat.
Fat enough.
Okay.
And so I guess somebody found an older song of his that he used to perform about, it's called Mammie's Hammy. It's about giving his wife's grandmother an STD.
Oh, good.
Now
Love
we're
that.
talking.
Some
And
Wheeler Walker Jr. stuff right there.
exactly. Rodney Carrington, right? The guy hashtags Rodney Carrington. I don't know if the guy's like trying to, I didn't even think that dude was still around, but
I thought he died.
he may have. Maybe this guy doesn't know. Well, why didn't he lead with this one? They're like, oh, that rich man and rich, that song's so divisive. So divisive. Why not lead with Mammie's Hammy?
Well, he put it out a long time ago. He didn't. I mean, he did lead with it. Just didn't hit.
Nobody paid attention to.
Right.
Won't you get you a load of this? I've got syphilis.
Top-notch rhyming there.
Chance your grandma's got it too. Won't you get you a load of this? I've got syphilis. You better tell your mammy to wash out her hammy, or your pappy's gonna get it too.
Right, you better tell your mammy to wash out her hammy. This is what the guy, why didn't this hit?
Joe Rogan didn't find this one.
He found the other one?
Oh, yeah, that's what blew him up.
Oh,
pretty
really?
much. Yeah, Joe Rogan talked about it.
I didn't know
I
that.
don't know the exact timeline, but I thought that was why that video blew up so hard.
Oh, I see.
Was because Joe Rogan mentioned it.
Things get found on TikTok all the time and blow up, so I just figured that's what it was, or,
One or the other, I don't know. But I know was talked about on Joe Rogan.
Lord knows she ain't the one to fight. I guess you see, back in 53, dear old Pappy and me, we must have looked a whole lot alike. Well, if I was a stronger but you ain't had a Hummer. So you get a Gummer, and I don't mean a four-wheel drive.
All right, good. Well, he doesn't mean
I
four-wheel
like it.
drive as that. Well, because the guy's got a good voice. I mean, you can come up with any
Well,
dumb
it's also
song.
good
Yeah.
lyrics.
You think so?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I wonder if there's anybody running for national office who'll be walking up on stage to this song. Because a lot of them are walking up to the other one. Ladies and gentlemen, Mammie's Hammy.
That's funny that they're using that song, which is about all politicians being terrible. And they're like, don't we all like this song?
Hey, Kara.
Hey,
Hi, what's up?
am I on the air right now?
You are. What can I do for you?
Okay. Hi. So I was just in touch with whoever I was just speaking with when I called in. You were talking about the duckbill platypus.
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty awesome. Okay, so they have a duckbill, they have a beaver tail, they're aquatic, they're land and aquatic animals.
Yeah, we covered
And
all
they're
that. Do you
venomous.
have one as a pet? What is your particular expertise in the duck-billed platypus?
Just because I like science? I mean,
You're just a
So?
fan? In general, you're a fan.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
Because the other one that I love is the tardigrade, which
Water
goes
bear.
so unnoticed. So-
Careful.
oh my God! And they call it Wasserbeer, right in Germany. It's the Wasserbeer. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
however they say it, they should
The
have like a
Wasserbeer.
superhero cape.
Right. Well,
Yes.
right.
Oh
She's
my gosh, they are so awesome.
Kara's
It's survived
very
in
excited.
space and everything. So
I thought it was called.
They are
I thought we had to say
marsupials
special
and they're
needs grade
mammals.
now.
Go ahead, Kara.
they're
What?
marsupials and mammals, and they're some of the coolest animals. So if you're going to ask Darwin any question, you'd be like, "How did this dude come about?" Right? That's what I would ask Darwin.
Right.
Like,
Probably would have asked him some
duckbill platypus
non-science questions,
and the
but
tardigrade
yeah.
are probably two of the coolest animals that ever existed on this planet. And because one can survive in space and they go, I mean, they are just fantastic animals. But don't get me wrong, there is that one shrimp that can break glass. But that's for a whole nother topic. I'm
Right.
just super nerd, but I'm also very cool as well. Because
Well, Kara, they're not
No,
mutually
awesome.
You don't
exclusive.
get to decide that.
I mean, are you?
oh,
Are
no,
these
I already did. You're kind of done. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm awesome.
these things that you have studied, or just things you've taken an interest in? You seem to know a lot about some of the more
All and above.
arcane things.
All
Yeah.
and
Okay.
above. No, I was poli-sci, I'm military. I'm a veteran. Go Veterans Day.
Yep.
Yeah, I served in 3 campaigns. Yeah. So no,
Thank you.
I'm just bad asterisk ASS, and
Yeah.
people pronounce that wrong too. It's not asterisk, it's asterisk. So
Yeah.
people pronounce that wrong all
I've
the
never
time.
heard anybody
They do.
pronounce it that way, but I'll
Are
take your
you
word
also
for it.
on cocaine?
It's asterisk.
She's-
It's not asterisk.
I got to tell you,
There's
I've never heard anybody say "Go Veterans Day," but I like that. I might adopt that as my own
Well,
rallying
it's not
cry,
Go
Kara.
Veteran Days. It actually really sucks because I served in 3 campaigns and I hate the holidays. So I'm just trying to celebrate veterans because even though I hate it to no end because I don't have any good memories of
Sure.
any of that,
Yeah.
but I just want to celebrate other veterans that also went through a boatload of you know what.
As we should,
Oh.
sure, yeah. What arm of the military were you with, Kara?
Ohio Army National Guard, but I served in 3 campaigns. Iraqi
What is it-
Enduring
what does that
Freedom
mean?
1, 3, and then Clear Skies mission.
What does that mean? Where was that?
Well, there's a reason I have a security clearance, but
You were overseas, is what I'm saying.
yep,
Okay.
yep. And then the White House was the Clear Skies mission. So
Right.
that wasn't fun as well. So,
Right.
but it was what it was. 6 years. So, yay. But anyway,
Okay. Well, listen, I
I know,
appreciate your
I'm a
input
little bit
on the.
different, but I'm just a little bit nerdy, but I'm also pretty awesome. So.
You've said that a few times, and the credibility is diminishing by the
Well,
second.
so I think
I'm going to
you
let
really
you go.
should appreciate that. I think you
I do. Thank you, Kara. I do appreciate it, boy. She never answered the cocaine question, but maybe it's because maybe it's because of her security clearance. Didn't want to implicate herself. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a text, 35192 to get me there, AlanCoxShow.com, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio